What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing the Supreme Decision Timeline, episode 7 from 1914 to 1934, a whole 20-year cycle. Taking a look at the current Supreme Court, it is a 6-3 conservative court. We know what happens in 20 years. The court can go from 6-3 conservative to 9-0 liberal. Anything can happen. Going on 1914, Associate Justice Horace Harmon passes away. Horace Harmon passes away, and Martin H. Glenn is appointed to the Supreme Court by the House. The Tampico Fair, Ludlow Massacre occurs, and President Theodore I enters America into World War I. Very early. 1915, the 18th Amendment is passed. Women's suffrage, Roosevelt would be very staunch for this, to guarantee it. And U.S. occupation of Haiti was beginning whilst we're in war. 1916, the only thing is the 1916 vice presidential election as Republican Vice President William Taft defeats Democratic Governor Thomas Marshall 300 to 231 to win re-election. Going on to 1917, Associate Justice William Henry Moody passes away, and Hugh Stone is appointed to replace him by the House. World War I would officially end. It ends much earlier because of Roosevelt entering sooner. The New York City food riot of 1917 happened, the Hastings mine explosion, the Great Atlanta Fire of 1917, and President Theodore I would pass the Espionage Act. In 1918, President Theodore I would establish the U.S. time zone to the Congress, so we have that, as well as the Great Train Wreck of 1918. Jesus Christ, that must be terrible. In 1919, President Theodore, a bunch of never mind, that's different. You're thinking of. But President Theodore I passes away, and Governor Woodrow Wilson is appointed the 9th president of the Supreme Court. So yes, it's a freaking liberal court. And President Woodrow I would get his 14-point speech, as he would actually be like, "Hey, this is what we should do in the Treaty of Versailles. This is what I think we should do. That's all I'm saying." So essentially he does that. We still have to go through all that crap. The Boston Molasses disaster. The 19th Amendment is passed, which is prohibition. The Boston telephone strike of 1919 would occur. President Woodrow I would sign the Treaty of Versailles. The Chicago riot of 1919. The Steel Strike riot. The Steel Strike in 1919, as well as the Omaha riot, all dealing with, minimum wage and work rates. In 1920, Associate Justice Peter Watkins Hardin passes away. So Joseph Rucker Lamar is appointed to replace him. In the Oahu Sugar Strike of 1920 would occur, I would presume in Hawaii. And going on to the 1920 vice presidential election, Republican Senator Warren Harding would defeat Democrat Governor James Cox 404 to 27 to become the 24th president. Sorry. I'm tired. I went to work for some. In 1921, Associate Justice Edward Douglas White passed away, and Mullen Pitney would be appointed to replace him. President Woodrow I would pass the Emergency Quota Act, and the Tulsa Race Riot would occur, as well as the Shepard-Turner Act being passed by President Woodrow I. 1922, the Teapot Dome scandal would occur. And President Woodrow I and Vice President Warren Harding would be investigated by the FBI just in case, though nothing would come back that would harm their political aspirations, I guess you could say. 1923, Associate Justice William R. Day passes away, as well as Vice President Warren Harding. Harry Daugherty would be appointed to the Supreme Court to replace him, while Secretary Bainbridge Colby would become the 25th Vice President. As he is pictured to the right. 1923 Berkeley Fire would also occur. As you can see, 1924, a lot have happened, and it's mostly death. Chief Justice Emile Henry Lacombe, Associate Justice George Shears Jr., Associate Justice Martin H. Glenn, Associate Justice Mullen Pitney, and President Woodrow I would all pass away. I'm sorry. Paul Jones is appointed as the Chief Justice by the Senate. William Howard Taft, George Sutherland, and Pierce Butler would become Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. And this is a conservative court, so California Senator Hiram Johnson was selected as the 11th president by the Supreme Court. Republican Senator Calvin Coolidge would defeat Democrat Vice President Bainbridge Colby and Progressive Senator Robert LaFollette 337 to 181 to 13 to become the 26th Vice President. So, Calvin Coolidge becomes the Vice President. 1925, there's nothing noteworthy. 1926, Associate Justice Joseph McKenna would pass away and Edward Terry Sanford is appointed to the Supreme Court by the House. 1927, there is nothing noteworthy. 1928, Republican Vice President Calvin Coolidge would defeat Democrat Governor, not Vice President, Al Smith 417 to 114 to win re-election. 1929, there would be the Cleveland Clinic fire of 1929 as well as the Great Depression starting, so bad stuff, never good. In 1930, Associate Justice William Howard Taft passed away and Harlan Stoneman is appointed to the Supreme Court by the House to replace him. 1931, there is nothing noteworthy. 1932, President Hiram I would sign a bill restricting the gas tax, so there would be states trying to pass gas tax, but people would say no in 1 second. Mom's calling. Sorry about that, Mom called. In 1932, President Hiram I would sign a bill restricting the gas tax. You know, multiple states would be trying to pass a gas tax, which would harm the economy, but President Hiram Johnson would say no, bad states. And he would sign a bill that would restrict that. Democrat Governor Franklin Roosevelt would defeat Republican Secretary of Commerce under the Johnson administration to become the 27th Vice President. So Franklin Roosevelt and Hiram Johnson. Jesus Christ, this country's going to be in prosperity. In 1933, the 20th Amendment is ratified, which is the lame duck period. Vice President Franklin Roosevelt would declare a bank holiday, which would be signed off by President Hiram I. And President Hiram I would sign the Agricultural Adjustment Act. Vice President Franklin Roosevelt would enact the New Deal policy, and, you know, Hiram I would be like, reject, pass, so pass, someone's calling again. Sorry about that. As well as the 21st Amendment being ratified, which is the government regulation of alcohol. So we did good, right? Right. And going on to the final year of this video, President Hiram I would pass the Gold Reserves Act, and he would also pass the Securities Exchange Act. So I tried to find a picture with both Hiram Johnson and FDR. Pretty sure I failed. I'm pretty sure that's Herbert Hoover, not Hiram Johnson, but I tried. It kind of looks like him. And so let's take a look at the current Supreme Court. It's 8-1 conservative. Here's the current Supreme Court. We have Chief Justice Paul Jones, Justice Kimbrough Stone, Justice Harlan Stone. Holy crap, we have two Stones. Justice Edward Terry Sanford, Justice George Sutherland, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., Justice Pierce Butler, Justice Harry Daugherty, and Justice Joseph Rucker Lamar. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is the chaotic one saying peace, and the dogs are playing with a chew toy. I'm sorry, and the gerbils are playing with wheels. I love y'all.